Stop! You will go no further!
Who are you?
You do not have the right to demand my
Oh,
name.
piss off, you
You
arrogant
have defiled
ass.
our temple. You have spilled the blood of the faithful and slaughtered our young. No more. You will tell me now, intruder, why you have done all this. Why have you come here?
Well, he certainly likes to invade my space and try to bully me. So, where do I begin? Well, first off, you murdered a bunch of knights of Redcliffe. You've probably killed tons of other people. You practiced blood rituals with human blood and probably blood sacrifice. You aid and abet a high dragon and other dragons, which will probably pose a danger to the society. You started conflicts with me. You're rude. You're obnoxious. Oh boy, I could just go on forever. Tell me your name and I will tell you why I'm here.
I am Father Colgrim,
Finally.
leader and guide to the disciples of Andraste. Kill us, and you will face Andraste. She will smell our blood, and the blood of her children on you, and her wrath will be great.
You mean the dragons? Is Andraste a dragon?
She is so much more. She is even more glorious than all the old gods combined. The prophet Andraste has overcome death itself, and has returned to her faithful in a form more radiant than you can imagine. Not even the Tevinter Imperium could hope to slay her now. What hope do you have?
A fanatic, great. I'm not going to apologize to this creep, but I don't necessarily want to fight him. I want to see what information I can get out of him and how much farther I can get. I wish to see this arisen Andraste.
None but the disciples may approach Andraste. She is not ready yet. When the time is right, she will descend upon the nations in fiery splendor, and all will know her. But perhaps there is a way to make up for your recent transgressions.
Gee, thank you for sparing me from that. I'm so appreciative. Why do you suddenly want to cooperate with me? Yeah, I'm curious.
It may be because I believe in second chances. All of us stumble through the darkness before being found and shown the light. Perhaps through Andraste's mercy, her greatest enemy will become her greatest champion.
Just say what you have to say.
Atop this mountain lie the remains of the mortal Andraste. The urn is watched by an immortal guardian. He is trapped in the past and refuses to accept the risen Andraste. Now the ashes prevent holy Andraste from fully realizing her new form. They are a remnant of her past incarnation, and she cannot move on as long as they exist.
Go on.
The beloved needs to reclaim the ashes, to make them her own again. All it would take is a drop of her blood. Blood carries power, strength, knowledge. Through it, all the power that is held in the ashes will be returned to Our Lady.
Why have you not done this then?
The Guardian has foiled all our attempts to reach the urn. He keeps what power remains from the true Andraste. He knows the disciples, and we cannot touch him, for he draws his strength from the ashes themselves. But you could deliver Our Lady what is rightfully hers. The rewards for performing such a service would be great indeed.
And won't the Guardian know me as well?
No, he waits for pilgrims to come venerate the urn. He will assume that you are one of these. The task is simple. I give you a vial of the holy Andraste's blood, and you empty the vial into the ashes. Whatever magic was held in the ashes will be undone, and our great lady will be freed from the shackles of her past life. Once that is done, You would have earned your place as our honored sister.
That's so... Oh, I really want that. Not. But I need the ashes to cure a sick man.
You only need a small pinch for that. The rest of the power contained in the ashes must be returned to Andraste.
What sort of knowledge will I receive?
It is a great power contained in blood. Through Andraste's guidance, we have learned to harness it. It can be yours, in exchange for a trivial task. A vial of blood emptied into the urn. That is all I ask.
I believe we can work together, Colgrim.
Take this. The blood of the dragon. You know what you must do.
If we succeed, Colgrim and his fellows will be indebted to you. That puts you in a very advantageous position.
Excellent. With Colgrim on our side, we could make it through this entire ordeal with our necks intact.
Now, I shall beseech the Holy Andraste to let you pass safely into the inner sanctum.
So here's the thing. I have absolutely no problem with lying to these fucking pieces of dog shit. Fuck them. When you deal with the bad guys, there's nothing wrong with lying. I even got some brownie points with the more morally inflexible people in my party. One of them even saw her magic really improve. Nice. But now, we're going to change. Because the Urn of Sacred Ashes of Andraste is undoubtedly the most holy thing in Andraste religion, as opposed to this kooky-ass dragon cult. Therefore, I am not going to follow them. Certainly not on behalf of some shitty-ass fucking dragon cult. But I'm going to use them. And the second chances crap is because I've been killing people. And even if you believe that your dragon can survive and win, you don't want to die yourself. And you know that this can blow up in your face, and you're worried that she's not really a goddess and that she can be killed. That's what you're worried about. So I'm going to take the most devout and holy of people in my party with me. Okay. It's a bit of a jaunt back, but that's okay. I know exactly what I'm doing. It is a bit of a run back, but I don't have to be honest with cultist fanatics. Just tell them what they want to hear and then deal with them when they become inconvenient. These people will face justice for murdering those knights, for fighting against me, for their blood rituals, their blood sacrifices, and probably human sacrifices. They will face judgment. But I'll use it until then. So we use Colgrim as long as we can, as much as we can, to get us in there. I don't intend to do what he says, but I have no problem with letting him think I will do it. Always remember, there are times when it is better to beg forgiveness, yeah, like I begged to him, than to ask for permission. If you want to get something, it's better to ask for request forgiveness. It is better to beg forgiveness than to ask for permission. A fait accompli. Is exactly what these people deserve. Give them the false hope. Use it to get what you need. And then move on from that. It's a bit of circuitous route. Bit of a circuitous route, but oh well, circuitous. Old Elvish architecture, I presume? Maybe it doesn't seem robust because it's so old, ancient, compared to the human stuff. The fluted inlays are nice. Okay, that's Andraste, huh? Dragon cult. Oh, nice. Okay.
Now that is a Tashi.
Yes. It certainly is, my friend Stan. Okay.
Horse.
Vashaden.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yes, this is going to be risky, but we'll try it. Of course, she has nothing.
Horse.
Blood and damn.
Blast and damnation.
Yes.
Yes.
See if we can get Morgan. I know who's going to be using that. For the time being, just give him that. Fine. Give him that.
Vashaden.
Brosca.
Indeed. Yes.
Indeed. I'm here.
We'll try this.
You need me?
All right.
Yes?
Let's take a look and see how this goes.
Great Andraste, I pray you, stay your wrath. I bring before you your champion, who will fall upon your enemies as a cleansing flame, paving the way for your glory. O beloved Andraste, O holy
Oh, boy.
Andraste, we praise your name. I have spoken to the beloved Andraste. She will let you pass.
Thank you. You're right, Andraste is glorious. That is true on both counts. The dragon is terrifying yet glorious. And the real Andraste is also glorious, so I won't lie to you about that. Even though you don't understand which Andraste I'm really talking about. But that was pretty scary and pretty impressive. I've been thinking about showing the best party to show this to. two of the faithful, and someone who is defiant and doubtful, to give a different perspective, that I forgot that there is a dragon. I was so focused on who I was going to bring to get the urn. And I had to decide of the three most faithful, the two top most faithful in my opinion. And of the doubters and defiers, the one with the most arcane knowledge. I could have brought Sten, but I thought it would be better to bring another magic user. Sten would have provided an interesting alternative perspective. Shale would have just, now she would have doubted, but it would have been much. It would have been what I would have understood as a dwarf. It would have already come from that area, that way of thinking. Zev is Duster, Uncle Zev. I would have understood that. It was Morgan it was either Cousin Morgan or Uncle Shale. Not Uncle Shale, but Uncle Sten. Because the Kuhn's take on this would offer a fascinating different perspective, but he doesn't have the magical capabilities. Perhaps a Cerebos, if he were a Cerebos, although I don't wish that fate on anyone given how they're treated. They're treated as beasts, which is horrible. I had to pick a more utilitarian approach, more practical approach, and select Morgan.
Succeed in your task, and you will share in her glory. We await your triumphant return. Go, show yourself to be Andraste's true champion.
Let me see. I'm gonna try something.
Of all the...
Horse.
Blast and damnation.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
Try it. Yes. Yes.
Horse.
Blast and damn... Indeed.
Indeed.
Hey. and damnation.
Vashaden.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
Ask me anything.
As you say.
Appears there was some fighting. Yeah, whoever it was, they didn't win. Okay, Guardian.
Do you feel that? This place is practically infused with magic. As you say.
That's good. Interrupting spellcasting, address the air, justice arrows, and the saw sword. Interesting. Human, elven architecture, fluted ceilings, delicate, precise artwork. I don't think this is just human. I think this is also elvish as well.
I bid you welcome, Pilgrim.
Who are you?
I am the Guardian, the protector of the urn of sacred ashes. I have waited years for this.
Why have you been here? For me? Why have you been here for so long?
It has been my duty, my life, to protect the urn and prepare the way for the faithful who come to revere Andraste. For years beyond counting have I been here, and shall I remain until my task is done and the Imperium has crumbled into the sea.
The Imperium is no longer as powerful as it once was.
Ah, is it not? Then perhaps this is the beginning of the end.
Who are the men who have taken over the rest of the temple?
When my brethren and I carried Andraste from Tevinter to this sanctuary, we vowed to forever revere her memory and guard her. I have watched generations of my brethren take up the mantle of their fathers. For centuries they did this, unwavering, joyful in their appointed task. But now they have lost their way. They have forgotten Andraste and their promise.
So the dragon is not Andraste then?
No. Our Andraste has gone to the Maker's side. She will not return. The dragon is a fearsome creature, and they must have seen her as an alternative to the absent Maker and his silent Andraste. A true believer would not require audacious displays of power.
What do you know about these disciples of Andraste?
When my brethren and I carried Andraste from Tevinter to this sanctuary, we vowed to forever revere her memory and guard her. I have watched generations of my brethren take up the mantle of their fathers. For centuries they did this, unwavering, joyful in their appointed task. But now they have lost their way. They have forgotten Andraste and their promise.
In a sense, they haven't forgotten her.
They have forgotten that Andraste was just a messenger. They speak no more of the Maker, only of their false Andraste, and even greater sin.
Why have they fallen for this ridiculous lie?
It began with an ancestor of the one known as Cobra. He saw himself as a new prophet, preaching the rebirth. Some disagreed with him. I heard their cries of pain and loss, which were quickly silenced.
Another reason not to like Holgrim. Another reason I feel good about lying to him. Another reason why I won't mind killing him. Would you like me to get rid of these disciples?
The Maker will sit in judgment of them when the time comes.
I would like to see the urn.
You have come to honor Andraste, and you shall, if you prove yourself worthy.
I need the ashes to cure noble man.
Still, you must prove yourself worthy. It is not my place to decide your worthiness. The gauntlet does that. If you are found worthy, you will see the urn and be allowed to take a small pinch of the ashes for yourself. If not...
What is the gauntlet?
The gauntlet tells the true pilgrims from the false. You will undergo 4 tests of faith, and we shall see how your soul fares.
Can you tell me anything else about this
You will
gauntlet?
understand what it is when you face it.
I'm not ready to enter the gauntlet.
Return when you are ready, and I shall open the way. I see you have returned. Do you still seek the ashes? The gauntlet awaits.
I am ready, Guardian.
Before you go, there is something I must ask. I see that the path that led you here was not easy. There is suffering in your past. Your suffering, and the suffering of others. You rose above your caste to become a Grey Warden, but you left behind your family, who relied on you. Tell me, Pilgrim, did you fail them?
I didn't fail Mother because she was a piece of garbage and she can rot. With Rika, even if I'd stayed, oh, I should have left. No, they said I should go anyway.
Then you do not dwell on past mistakes, neither yours nor someone else's.
It is sometimes difficult to see how our actions affect an outcome, but that does not mean our actions had no effect.
What's past is past. Why bring it up and open old wounds?
Arshera, leave the past where it falls.
Accept your failings, but do not let them govern your life.
You could not have known what would happen. You did what you thought was best.
And what of those that follow you?
Ask your question, Guardian. I am ready.
You are ever the advisor, ready with a word of wisdom. Do you wonder if you spout only platitudes, burned into your mind in the distant past? Perhaps you are only a tool, used to spread the word of the circle and the chantry. Does doubt ever chip away at your truths?
You frame the statement in the form of a question, yet you already know our answers. There is no sense in hiding, is there? Yes, I do doubt at times. Only the fool is completely certain of himself.
And you? Why do you say the Maker speaks to you, when all know that the Maker has left? He spoke only to Andraste. Do you believe yourself her equal?
I never said that.
In Ole, you were someone. In Lothering, you feared you would lose yourself, become a drab sister, and disappear. When your brothers and sisters of the cloister criticized you for what you professed, you were hurt, but you also reveled in it. It made you special. You enjoyed the attention, even if it was negative.
You're saying that I made it up for the attention? I did not. I know what I believe.
Demand whatever answers you want, Spirit.
You came to this land as an observer, but you killed a family in a blind rage. Have you failed your people by allowing a Qunari to be seen in that light?
I have never denied that I failed.
The way is open. Good luck, and may you find what you seek.
Sten, there are times when you are awesome. That was awesome. Win, good job. I appreciate your nuance and sophistication in handling him. Leliana, I believe in you. You have foibles, but I know you did it because you believe.
Echoes from a shadow realm, whispers of things yet to come. Thought's strange sister dwells in night, is swept away by dawning light. Of what do I speak?
Dreams.
A dream came upon me as my daughter slumbered beneath my heart. It told of her life, and of her betrayal and death.
Addressed his mom.
I am sorrow and regret. I am a mother weeping bitter tears for a daughter she could not save.
I wish I could give you a hug and make you feel better. You're certainly better than my mother. You remind me of Mama Win.
The smallest lark could carry it, while a strong man might not. Of what do I speak?
The strongest man might carry it. No. The smallest man might carry it, while a strong man might not. Plague can affect anyone. Maybe. Wind, a coconut.
The smallest lark could carry it.
Oh yes, it is
while
a
strong
tune.
man might not. Of what do I speak?
A tune.
Yes, I was Andraste's dearest friend in childhood, and always we would sing. She celebrated the beauty of life, and all who heard her would be filled with joy. They say the Maker himself was moved by Andraste's song, and then she sang no more of simple things.
That's actually kind of bittersweet and sad. I wonder when you last saw her, Elise. It's Shartan! Thane Shartan. Oh, the awesome guy. The most awesome elf that ever lived. I love this guy. I love this guy. Even when I read a little story about him from one of the Tethras books. And then Gen TV. This guy is awesome. He's like a hero of mine. Thane Shartan. Badass.
I'd neither a guest nor a trespasser be. In this place I belong, that belongs also to me. Of what do I speak?
Repeat that, please.
I'd neither a guest nor a trespasser be. In this place I belong, that belongs also to me. Of what do I speak?
Something that belongs to me, and that I belong to. Something that belongs to me, and that I belong to. It can't be Ferelden, that's too provincial. And alienage, not for everyone, and in some places it's miserable. It's home.
It was my dream for the people to have a home of their own, where we would have no masters but ourselves. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, and thus we followed Andraste against the Imperium. But she was betrayed, and so were we.
And you died at her side. I'm sorry, Shartan. I really am. I really like you, and I'm sorry what happened to you.
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. The debt of blood must be paid in full. Of what do I speak?
Definitely not murder. Vengeance, not love.
Yes, my husband Hissarion would have chosen
you bitch.
for Andraste. I made him swear that she would die publicly with her war leaders, that all would know the Imperium's strength. I am justice. I am vengeance. Blood can only be repaid in blood.
You heartless, merciless monster. Ugh. If you hadn't murdered all those slaves, oppressed all those people, put down the elves, done all those horrible things in your corrupt and aging empire, this never would have had to have been done. It's your own fault. You, the betrayer.
A poison of the soul, passion's cruel counterpart. From love she grows, till love lies slain. Of what do I speak?
It's not religion. I don't think it's witch. I need to hear that again.
A poison of the soul, passion's cruel
jealousy.
From love she grows,
yeah,
till love lies slain.
You get jealous because you love someone, then your jealousy leads you to hurt them. Just like you were jealous of Andraste and killed her. You piece of garbage. You piece of shit. Jealousy and your stupid ego.
Yes, jealousy drove me to betray. I was the greatest general of the Alamon, but beside her I was nothing. Hundreds fell before her on bended knee. They loved her, as did the Maker. I loved her too. But what man can compare with a god?
But you shouldn't have destroyed her. You shouldn't have destroyed her.
The bones of the world stretched towards the sky's embrace, veiled in white, like a bride greeting her groom. Of what do I speak?
A disciple Harvard. Harvard's Aegis, the shield. Mathrash's shield. The shield that guarded Andraste. And then at that battle, he was slain protecting Andraste after Mathras betrayed her. But he didn't really die. Andraste appears before her, brings him back, and he carries her ashes into the mountains. Could it be clouds? No, it's mountains.
Yes. I carried Andraste's ashes out of Tevinter into the mountains to the east, where she could gaze ever into her Maker's sky. No more fitting a tomb than this could we find.
Okay.
She wields the broken sword and separates true kings from tyrants. Of what do I speak?
Nah, not weakness. This is a positive thing. Queens can... time... There's no reason that time would... Mercy. Repeat it.
She wields the broken sword and separates true kings from tyrants. Of what do I speak?
Okay, it has to be mercy, because he's the one that granted mercy to Andraste. All of these riddles sort of capture and are the epitome of these people, their essence. His shrewish wife is the voice of Tevinter being mad at being beaten and defeated so far. Shartan is about home, a homeland for his people. Harvard is about when he carried him into the mountains. And he's known for the mercy he showed toward Andraste as she was suffering under the flames.
Yes, I could not bear the sight of Andraste's suffering, and mercy bade me end her life. I am the penitent sinner, who shows compassion as he hopes compassion will be shown to him.
Okay. Fluting and etchings and engravings. Right. Disciple Cather. Last. Riddle. Let's go.
No man has seen it, but all men know it. Lighter than air, sharper than any sword. Comes from nothing, but will fell the strongest armies. Of what do I speak?
Not lightning. Not fire. Those are too situational. Women have substance. It has to be hunger. Armies are often felled by disease. But you need logistics. An army marches on its stomach. An army marches on its stomach. Hunger.
Yes. Hunger was the weapon used against the wicked men of the Teventer Imperium. The Maker kindled the sun's flame, scorching the land. Their crops failed, and their armies could not march. Then he opened the heavens and bade the waters flow, and washed away their filth. I am Cather, disciple of Andraste and commander of her armies. I saw these things done, and knew the Makers smiled on us.
More games. As someone who once dreamed about being a shaper, this is marvelous. I don't know if this is human and elvish. I truly respect this development and creation. It truly is beautiful and marvelous. Amazing. The etchings, flutings, engravings. There is a delicacy here. It's better preserved than the other ones. I think this extends past the humans and goes back into the time of the elves and was added on to. Maybe there's even a Teventer influence. I don't think
here
so.
for you.
I'm sorry. Nothing. Never mind. But I'm happy for Leliana that I can show her this. I just hope that if this gets open to the world that it doesn't get destroyed or damaged. They'll have to be guarded and checked. And I'm sure that people like Sister Justini have the reliquary. Maybe I could even suggest you come.
What's shaping?
That's right. I didn't even think about this. This isn't Lesky. You're not Lesky.
Oh, I'm not. Just a memory pulled out of your head, huh? Tell me nothing. You never really cared about us. Knew you were meant for greater things. Up there. The surface.
You know I had to leave.
That's the way it goes, isn't it? You can't afford to think about the past. You have to look forward. I'm proud of you for moving on. Here, I found this lying around and I've no use for it. I know you'll do something good with it. Goodbye, my friend. Remember me.
I'm sorry, Lesky. It really was you. I'm sorry. Or maybe it wasn't you, but it was the spirit of the friendship we once had. God, that sounds dorky. That sounds like something ridiculous thing, some silly bard or some stupid... That Sorrel... Not stupid. Sorrel isn't stupid, but some sort of elvish story or ridiculous love poem. And I was not in a relationship with him. He was just a good friend. In some ways, the strongest friend I had. I'm sorry I said it wasn't you. It really was. I was wrong. That's another mistake I've made for me to regret among the many. So I apologize. Reflection. Constitution. I'm sorry that I insulted you like that, Lesky. That was ungenerous of me. That was wrong of me. I'm very sorry I said that to you, Lesky.
What is your wish, Kadan?
Let's go.
As you wish.
You know what? I'm going to ask her.
I'm here for you.
What do you know of this place?
Next to nothing, I'm afraid. Perhaps there is little to know about this place, or I simply have not discovered its secrets yet.
Let's just move on. Alright. Let's see. Alright, ready? Okay.
I'll do it.
Oh, great. Oh, shit. Okay. Let's go. Damn it. That's better.
As you say.
Okay. Shit. Okay. Yana. Alrighty. Okay. Liliana? Okay. Now I've... Okay, Betty Betty. Talk to him. Okay. Jesus Christ. Christ on a stick. Okay. Ready?
Immediately.
Okay. Oh, great. She's doing her bullshit. Alright, ready? You know what we're gonna do?
Here comes trouble!
Okay. Let me check something. No. 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 No.
As you say.
Okay. That was a bit of a tough fight. We're gonna have to get more Larian potions. Yeah. Okay. 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 Andraste.
This looks fun. I bet we'll have to work together and join hands and sing a happy song to get across.
Okay. Alright. Since Leliana likes doing this.
I can see a bridge, but it is clearly incorporeal. There's no way to cross on that.
Okay. No. Alright. Okay, let's see. Alright, we're gonna have to do this over. Okay, let's try this. Okay. Mom, Liliana's mother-in-law, and Liliana. Okay. Right, 2.
We have to take them one at a time to get across.
Okay. Right. Well, you like to move around and do this, Liliana, so here you go. Here's a game. Okay. Come on, Stan, you'll enjoy it too. Give a big smile. Come on, Cookie Monster. Come on, Cookie Monster. Go, Cookie Monster.
Hey. That was exciting. Can we do it again?
That's my girl. That's my girl. That's what I love about my girl. Okay. One more thing we're going to do. Okay. Book.
It is begun.
The Maker's First Children. The Maker's first children were the spirits, glorious beings that populated the many spires of the Golden City, and the Chant of Light says that they revered the Maker with unquestioning devotion. The Maker, however, was dissatisfied. Although the spirits were like him in that they could manipulate the ether and create from it, they did not do so. They had no urge to create, and even when instructed to do so, possessed no imagination to give their creations ingenuity or life. Good job, Maker! The Maker realized his own folly. He had created the spirits to resemble him in all but the one and most important way. They did not have a spark of the divine within them. He expelled all the spirits out of the Golden City and into the Fade and proceeded to his next creation, life. Well, that's not very nice. It's your fault for creating them that way, Maker. You're the one who screwed up. So why are you punishing them? Help them. Work with them so they can have imagination of their own, instead of just kicking them out. That was mean. The Maker created the world and the living beings upon it, separated from the Fade by the veil. His new children would be unable to shape the world around them, and thus would need to struggle to survive. Thanks, Maker. In return for their struggle, the Maker gave them the spark of the divine. Oh, gee, nice. Well, that is good. A soul. And he watched with pleasure as his creations flourished and showed all the ingenuity that he had hoped for. The spirits grew jealous of the living and coaxed them into the Fade when they slept. The spirits wished to know more of life, hoping to find a way to regain the Maker's favor. And all the Maker had to do was help the spirits find a way to imagine, and we wouldn't have all these problems. Thanks, Mr. Maker. Through the eyes of the living, they experienced new concepts: love, fear, pain, and hope. The spirits reshaped the Fade to resemble the lives and concepts that they saw, each spirit desperately trying to bring the most dreamers to their own realm so they could vicariously possess the spark of the divine through them. What a sad existence. As the spirits grew in power, however, some of them became contemptuous of the living. These were the spirits that saw the darkest parts of the dreamers. Their lands were places of torment and horror, and they knew that the living were strongly drawn to places that mirrored those dark parts of themselves. These spirits questioned the Maker's wisdom, well they should because of what he did here. He screwed up twice, and proclaimed the living inferior. They learned from the darkness they saw and became the first demons. Thanks, Mr. Maker. Rage, hunger, sloth, desire, pride. These are the dark parts of the soul that give demons their power, the hooks they use to claw their way into the world of the living. It was demons that whispered into the minds of men, convinced them to turn from the Maker and worship false gods. They seek to possess all life as their due, forging kingdoms of nightmare in the Fade, in the hopes of one day storming the walls of heaven itself. And if you had helped him out in the first place, Mr. Maker, we wouldn't have these problems. And the Maker despaired once again, because he screwed up again, for he had given the power of creation to his new children, and in return they had created sin. From the Maker's first children by Bader, senior enchanter of Oslic, 812 Blessed. Well, the Maker screwed that up. He's the one who designed this, and he screwed it up. He's the one in charge. Stupid Mr. Maker.
What is your wish, Kadan?
Let's go.
As you wish.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do.
Vashaden.
Of all the...
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Let's see what he's got. Yeah. Take that. Yeah.
Horse.
Vashaden.
Indeed.
Yes. Speak then. Let us be careful.
Horse feathers. Blood and damnation.
Yes.
Indeed.
Of damnation. Yes.
Indeed.
Pigeon crap.
Indeed.
Ask me anything. I shall.
Okay. Just amazing. Fantastic. I'm assuming these look like they're either from this cult. No, it can't be the cult. They wouldn't have got this far. Is this Tevinter? The dragon hats? Interesting. Marvelous. Beautiful. I wonder if that's intentional. I'll find some. Yeah, I think that might be intentional. Yeah, that's not knocked out. That's intentional. That's a nice effect. It's intentional. At least that's what I think. That's not like the other areas where it's crumbled and the thing comes in. I think that's intentionally letting it in. Okay. All right. Here we go.
I thought it was a legend. I didn't believe.
Wow, that's definitely intentional. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Fantastic. Superb. Stand back there. Wow. Amazing.
I'm here for you. Next to nothing, I'm afraid. Perhaps there is little to know about this place, or I simply have not discovered its secrets yet.
Let's just move on. The altar is little more than a dusty stone slab. You can make out an inscription carved into its face. Cast off the trappings of worldly life and cloak yourself in the goodness of spirit. King and slave, lord and beggar, be born anew in the Maker's sight. Remove equipment. Okay.
You have been through the trials of the gauntlet. You have walked the path of Andraste, and like her, you have been cleansed. You have proven yourself worthy, pilgrim. Approach the sacred ashes.
All right.
Your direction.
Wow. And that is intentional. You could have had another one, but I'm not going to complain. What the hell's wrong with me? I was going to say they could have had it come in converging from different directions, but what the hell? Wow. This is amazing. I'm so happy. Leliana and Wynn. That is the urn of Andraste.
I never dreamed I would ever lay my eyes on the urn of sacred ashes. I have no words to express.
I stand in awe. Really?
I could not have asked for a greater honor than to be here. I will never forget this feeling.
Take a pinch of the ashes, and I would never defile it with dragon's blood. Leave the urn alone.
You've seen and touched Andraste's ashes. They are the holiest thing on this earth, the remains of the Maker's chosen.
I would not have disturbed them but for the owl's sake.
I know, it seems almost irreverent to use her as a curative, and it is also a tiny bit morbid. I do not know if I am worthy to look upon her.
Yes, you are. Andraste fought for everyone. She belongs to us all. I believe that she existed. I believe that that's why she did. I don't know about this maker nonsense, but I do. Maybe it's not nonsense. But if he did exist, she was too good for him.
Yes, of course, but it still is something to be in awe of.
I'm glad I could share this with you, Leliana. It makes me very happy.
What's on your mind?
Nothing. I shouldn't have
It is
disturbed.
no trouble.
They're going to have to guard this. Eternal flame.
I shall do it.
Okay. Okay. All right. And then there's a chest. Okay. All right. Okay.
I stand ready.
Here we go. Ah, I could spend time and yeah. I still think that was intentional. Yeah. Bathing her in light. Yeah. Okay. Are we ready? Okay. Definitely. Let's get started. Okay. Let's deal with this obnoxious jackass.
You have been to the urn, but Andraste has not been freed. What manner of treachery is this?
I owe you no explanation.
I should never have trusted you with this task. And now you will die.
No,
Behold
you will.
The fiery vengeance of Andraste herself.
Okay. Get the health going. And as for Morrigan, guess what? Oh, that wasn't nice. Okay. That was good. I'm glad I killed that guy. That makes me very pleased. I did not like him. It's nice that he's dead. Okay. Now you know there's going to be more than this. Yep.
I'm here.
Ranged. Okay. 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 Actually, we don't want to be too stacked too close. Huh? Weird. Oh, never mind. I'm being dumb.
What shall we do?
Okay, let's see here. And then we got Doggy. Ranged. Ready? Go. Okay, well, we're just gonna wait. Do it again.
I see.
Nice. There we go.
We must have this. I shall do it.
You really wish to be beaten by an old woman?
Okay. Okay. More Drake skills. Dead cultist archer. There's one thing I'm going to do.
Ask me anything.
Aggressive. I want to see if the Guardian is still around to talk to. See if he's around. Excuse me. No, he's gone for good. Or not, we'll see. But he is gone. Okay. Good job, Win, getting Colgrim. They ain't gonna kill him. Yep, Morgan got it. Okay. And little doggy. Yep. Oh. I was like, what? Oh, I understand. That's actually kind of funny. Not the real one, the fake one. Okay, I get it. Okay.
I'm here.
Let me check something. This horn, emblazoned with a modified chantry symbol, belonged to Father Colgrim of Haven. When he wished to commune with the High Dragon he believed to be Andraste and reborn, this horn would sound from the mountain top. You would sound this horn from the top of the mountain overlooking the village of Haven to summon the High Dragon. Not yet. Not yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright.
Your direction?
My direction. We'll take... I'm going to take Flemeth out before I take him. I think I know when I'm going to take Flemeth. I know exactly when I'm going to take Flemeth. Hey guys, what's up? Oh yeah, I just got done talking to Colgrim. He's okay. He'll be back here shortly. No problem whatsoever. Everything's good. Guys want to talk? Nah, you just want to stand and guard. Okay, be stoic then. Be the cultist guys you are. You know what? I wonder. I might not have to go through. Yeah, I do. No, I don't. Let me try something. Maybe, just maybe. Hey guys, yeah, just traveling through. He'll be back shortly, trust me. Just trust me. The head honcho, the big cheese, he'll be back real soon. I was hoping. Fine. Oh, well. I know where I'm going to go now. I know what I'm going to do. Okay. Let me check. I know what I'm doing. I'm glad I got to show Liliana and win that. Whoops, wrong turn. That was pretty amazing. We'll have to make sure that if pilgrims and others come to see it, that this place will be guarded and protected. And that the ashes, which are definitely a finite amount, don't mysteriously disappear. Yeah, that they don't mysteriously disappear. I think this goes, yeah, this goes back to Elven times, hands down. Hands down goes back to Elven times. Yeah. No, this has gone pretty well. We'll be able to heal out Eamon. And then I have an idea on what I'm going to do next. And who we're going to help next. I think Morrigan has been very patient with me. I'm not looking. Which brings up an interesting question. Yes, we can do it. Fact, double check it. We can do it. I think. Morgan, we've got to get you in the clear.
As you say.
We won't have to take these long jaunts anymore. But I'm happy I got to show that to Liliana. I'm happy and I'm pleased that Wynn was also able to witness that and experience it as well. Morgan is Morgan. She's just the cousin from Dusttown. But Mom and my love definitely had a good time. I'm also glad I got to have Sten experience that. To show some of the wisdom and maturity of his own people. He wasn't there at the final unveiling, but due to the nature of it, I felt it would be best to have. You got the experience part of it. It would be best to have Morgan. She might have been able to offer some useful insights. And then she wasn't. She was useful in the fight afterwards, and it was satisfying to kill Colgrim.
Welcome back. You were gone for quite some time. Well, did you find it?
Here it is.
That? There's some dust on. No, that's not dust. Oh, Maker, I'm not worthy to
Oh,
look
yes,
upon.
you are.
What was it like coming to the urn? I mean,
nothing has touched me quite so deeply. You know what? I'm going to go with that because of what it means to Leliana and what that means to me. And I'll help Mama win, too.
you are a very fortunate person, and so am I. Perhaps my research will not seem so much like blasphemy to the Chantry now. We must organize an expedition. There is so much history here.
There
It
is.
must be studied.
Yes.
And pilgrims should be allowed to come to the urn.
As long as we guard it, it can be shared with the world.
Eventually, it shall be exploited by the rich and the powerful, as these things usually are.
I must return home. I have much to do. If you ever find yourself in Denerim, please visit me.
I will.
I am not a rich man, but I have a small collection of interesting artifacts, and I do owe you a reward for coming to my rescue.
Okay.
I hope to see you soon, my friend.
You too, my friend. Alright. Let's see. Oh, come on. Yeah. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. Just go. Just do it. Extend stuff with him. Keep that with him. Think about this. All right. You know what? I bet he's the one who's got to level up. Yep, anybody does. Okay. Yeah, overwhelm. Yes. Okay. I wonder. Yeah, never mind. See anything interesting? No. Oh well, that's okay. So here's the thing. Let's go to Redcliffe Castle. Alright, here's one of the things we're gonna do. First, let's stop at Redcliffe Village. Now let's get Alistair.
Blast and damnation. Blood and damnation.
Alistair.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
Okay. Check one thing. Pursuing Forest. Mages Collective. I know what I'm going to do. Okay.
As you say.
All right. It'll be nice to bring this to a close.
I suppose we'll have to ready ourselves.
I suppose you can't blame the boy.
Because this was quite a long thing. Finally. It took long enough.
You return. Might you have news?
I found the urn.
You have? Wonderful.
Yep.
Let us go at once to Eamon's side and see if the urn's healing powers live up to their reputation.
Where am I?
Another victory.
Be calm, brother. You have been deathly ill for a very long time. Do you remember nothing?
Tegan?
What are you doing here? Where is Isolde?
I am here, my husband.
And Connor? Where is my boy? Where is our son?
He lives, though many others are dead. There is much to tell you, husband.
Dead? Then it was not a dream.
Much has happened since you fell ill, brother. Some of it will not be easy for you to hear.
Then tell me. I wish to hear all of it. This is most troubling. There is much to be done, that is true. But I should first be thankful to those who have done so much. Grey Warden, you have not only saved my life, but kept my family safe as well. I am in your debt. Will you permit me to offer you a reward for your service?
If you like, I won't object.
Then allow me to declare you and those traveling with you champions of Redcliffe. You will always be a welcome guest within these halls.
Okay.
And for you, Warden, a shield of the same make as those that have been given to our finest knights.
Okay. Thank you, Your Grace.
We should speak of Loghain, brother. There is no telling what he will do once he learns of your recovery.
Loghain instigates a civil war even though the Darkspawn are on our very doorstep. Long I have known him. He is a sensible man. One who never desired power.
I was there when he announced he was taking control of the throne, Eamon. He is mad with ambition, I tell you.
Mad indeed. Mad enough to kill Kaelin, to attempt to kill myself and destroy my lands. Whatever happened to him, Loghain must be stopped. What's more, we can scarce afford to fight this war to its bitter end.
No, we don't want to fight a battlefield and be too weakened to stop the Darkspawn. Too much senseless death. What are you proposing then?
We have no time to wage a campaign against him. Someone must surrender if Ferelden is to have any chance of fighting the Darkspawn.
Loghain must capitulate then.
I agree. Loghain will pay for his heinous crimes, but our armies must be reserved for the Darkspawn.
True.
Not for each other. I will spread word of Loghain's treachery, both here and against the king. But it will be but a claim made without proof. Those claims will give Loghain's allies pause, but we must combine it with a challenge Loghain cannot ignore. We need someone with a stronger claim to the throne than Loghain's daughter, the Queen.
Are you referring to Alistair, brother? Are you certain?
I would not propose such a thing if we had an alternative, but the unthinkable has occurred.
Yep. You intend to put Alistair forward as king?
Tegan and I have a claim through marriage, but we would seem opportunists,
right.
No better than Loghain. Alistair's claim is by blood.
Yep.
And what about me? Does anyone care what I want?
You have a responsibility, Alistair. Without you, Loghain wins. I would have to support him for the sake of Ferelden. Is that what you want?
But I... No, Mona.
I see only one way to proceed. I will call for a landsmeet, a gathering of all of Ferelden's nobility in the city of Denerim. There, Ferelden can decide who shall rule, one way or another. Then the business of fighting our true foe can begin. What say you to that, my friend? I do not wish to proceed without your blessing.
Oh. Why do you need my blessing?
None of this would be possible without you. You led Alistair here. You saved my life with the urn of sacred ashes. It's your lead I follow.
Thank you.
I am a credible enough figure in this nation to call the landsmeet, but I hold no illusions that I could face Loghain without you. Surely you see that.
Yes, I do. What's stopping Loghain from just attacking Redcliffe?
Why do you think he had me poisoned?
True.
He wanted me gone without having to confront me directly.
Yes.
If I call for a landsmeet, refusing the compromise and attacking Redcliffe will only support our accusations.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'd rather I died from the poison. Had the demon not interfered, that's exactly what would have happened.
Do you think this landsmeet idea will work?
That depends. If we cannot get a consensus in the Landsmeet for Alistair, we cannot afford to oppose Loghain either. Does that mean Loghain could win? A man who killed his own king, who has gone mad with power? Perhaps. We must see that he does not.
Yes. What about the Darkspawn?
Ferelden must stand united to defeat the Darkspawn. A fractured nation will not defeat the Blight, even given my army and those gathered with your treaties.
True enough. I know why we can't do this, but we might as well say it.
I'm not sure that would help our
Yeah,
cause.
I know.
We would become the criminals.
Exactly. We lose
and
legitimacy.
our accusations would become excuses.
Right, we lose
Furthermore,
legitimacy.
I'm not even certain where Loghain might be.
And even good men might oppose us, and women might oppose us if we did that. I know this is a bad idea because it's to be too costly.
Unless we convince some of Loghain's allies to abandon him, that's not likely to happen. Our army is not large enough. As a Grey Warden, you may gather allies to you, but we need those forces to face the
that's
Darkspawn,
exactly the truth.
not to battle against our own.
That's exactly the truth. What are my options?
You have already found allies, but we need those to fight Darkspawn. I truly believe the Landsmeet is our best option. We could attempt to wage a military campaign against Loghain, but even if we win, would we have enough left to defeat the Darkspawn?
No, but neither would Loghain.
Perhaps Loghain gambles on this attitude, that everyone will decide facing the Darkspawn is more vital than facing him, so that he leads us against the Horde.
Seems we have little choice.
Very well. I will send out the word. But before we proceed, I believe there is the matter of the mage, my son's tutor. He still lives, I understand.
He does. He is in the dungeon, brother.
Have him brought here, Tegan. I wish to see him. Jowan, what you have done is not in question. You tried to assassinate me and set into motion a series of events that nearly destroyed everything I cherish. What have you to say in your own defense?
Nothing, my lord. Other than to say I am sorry. I expect no mercy for what I have done.
I see. Grey Warden, have you anything to say on Jowan's behalf?
He seems earnest in his desire to repent.
Oh? That is unexpected. And what would you have me do? As the injured party, my ability to see the merciful path is strained.
Understandably so. Give him to the Circle of Magi.
True enough, and wisely said. Jowan, I hereby turn you over to the Tower of the Circle of Magi. May the Maker have mercy on your soul.
Thank you, my lord.
Now, back to the matter of the Landsmeet. It will take some time to recall my forces and organize our allies. I would prefer to wait until that is done before calling the Landsmeet.
Agreed.
In the meantime, I suggest you pursue the remainder of the Grey Warden treaties. We will need all the allies we can get if we are to defeat the Darkspawn Horde.
Yes. Okay. Do a last little bit of talk.
My husband lives thanks to you. I am grateful.
You have restored Eamon. I am most grateful. It's up to him what happens next. If anyone can force an end to the Civil War, he can.
We are still not yet ready to call the Landsmeet, Grey Warden. Pursue your treaties and return with new allies, if you are at all able.
Oh, I am. I have no fear of that. Yeah, people training.
If the rest of the Grey Wardens are anything like you, they certainly deserve their reputation.
Don't flatter me.
I just signed up myself. The armor they gave me doesn't quite fit, but I guess it'll have to do. The Arl has called for an army now that he's woken up. We'll be fighting for sure. The Arl has called for an army now that he's woken up. We'll be fighting for sure.
Hail, Grey Warden.
Alright. What do we do? That's what we do. Okay. We got stuff to say. Yep. No, this is the best choice. Now, what we're gonna do... Let's go back to camp.